Yo, what is up? We are riding with a community contributor Flying Elite in a very unique tank. This is a T44-122. Basically, this is a T44 with an IS-2 gun, a 122mm gun. Of course, T44s also come with the Tier 8 T44s also come with 122mm as their top gun, but nobody runs the 122mm top gun. Everybody runs the 100 caliber gun because of the increased DPM of the 100mm gun. But this tank, imagine a T44 Tier 8 in Tier 7 with an IS-2 gun. That makes this tank kinda special. Now 390 alpha damage as opposed to the T44 with the 100mm guns that do 250 damage. Even the T44 100Rs or those special reward tanks with high DPM, those guys only do 250 damage as well. 190 penetration and 247 penetration on the premium shells. This thing does 175 penetration on standard shells and 217 penetration on APCR premium shells, which is what our friend here is running full on now. You saw that snapshot taken on that IKV-90B. No problem at all sneaking in between this Lancer C. Easy, even get a blind shot kill there. This tank is a formidable tank. Now I am actually trying to request one of these tanks for myself. How do you get this tank? Now apparently in Asia, the only way you can get it is if you are some kind of forum moderator or chat moderator or in-game chat moderator, which is what Flying Elite is in his capacity. Now, he's very fortunate to receive one of these tanks as kind of like a thank you gift, or it is a moderator only kind of tank. I'm not sure, but very few people have this tank, and judging from the results that you're going to see, you'll understand why they're limiting these tanks to just a very few select handful of people. Now who knows, maybe in the future they might release this as some kind of special reward tank. I don't know, but take a look at that shot. 0.39 accuracy. Now it's a lot better than the IS accuracy of 0.43, but if you have skills, if you have equipment, you can get it down to 0.36 dispersion. The moving dispersions is 0.15, the traverse dispersion is 0.16, and the turret traverse dispersion is 0.11. This is very much closer to gun handling of the T44 with the 100mm gun. I am definitely going to pull all the strings I can find to try to get myself one of these tanks. The only downside about this is the reload time. The reload time is not great. We are talking about 15.34 seconds, but that's what you're going to deal with when you want 390 alpha. If you have all the skills and all the equipment, you can get it down to about 12.5 seconds, but that's still a very long time. In fact, it takes longer to reload this than IS or IS-2s, which means a long time for reload, but the payoff is the 390 alpha. And also, if you are running this with premium shells, you do have the APCR with the 1100 meters per second shell velocity. It is a lot better than most heavy tanks that have around 800-900 shell velocity on 122mm guns. Now the aim time on this thing, 2.88 seconds. If you have skills, if you have vents and stuff like that. You can get it down to about 2.64 seconds. Of course, a lot better than the IS or the IS2, but of course it does not perform the same. It does not perform like a T44 or a T44 with the 100mm gun. It is worse off in terms of aim time, but once again, you got to realize you're talking about 390 alpha here versus 250 alpha on the 100mm gun on a T44-100. Those kind of tanks do 250 damage and they rely on DPM to win the game. Now this, on the other hand, is a medium tank with a heavy tank gun. So it's going to take you a long time to reload, and you can't really play like a heavy tank because it has no armor. But here's how you got to play this: flex around the map, use the mobility, the medium tank mobility that's already built into this tank, deal heavy alpha damage, 390 alpha strike, and then pull back, find a safe place for another 12 seconds, and then do 390 all over again. Now you can see how our friend here is playing this tank, basically using his mobility to push on to the southern side before he flexed back to the middle of the map and pushed the north. And that's what you got to do with this kind of tank. You don't have any armor to work with, but you have a lot of mobility. Now, I don't know what the camo values are on this tank. I don't know. I assume it's going to be something like a T44 or a T44-100. So I'm thinking you're pushing about 40% camo values. So that's pretty good for a 122 390 alpha gun. That's what this tank is all about. This was an ace tanker game. Of course, this is a premium tank, so you get some bonuses that way. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.